This was another awesome episode in Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3. I don't feel like it's missed yet. I thought this episode was great. First of all, the fight with Kurara versus Megami and Panda I thought was really, really fun. Kurara's ability is something akin to something you'd see in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure or Hunter x Hunter in its complexity. The whole constellation thing I thought was really interesting and a very unique ability. We haven't seen anything really like it before, I don't think, anyway. We've seen stuff like abilities where things magnetize together or get pushed away or whatever, but in this sort of context with the constellations and that extra depth to it, I thought it made for a really interesting ability and a really fun puzzle for Megami and Panda to try and figure out. Well, I say Panda didn't really figure anything out, but Megami did. And Megami's clearly a genius. The way he managed to figure that out and manipulate the situation to where he actually managed to get the jump on Kurara through her own ability, I thought was really smart. And I thought this fight was really fun. I enjoyed it a lot. But the whole point of this confrontation to start with was the fact that Kurara obviously doesn't trust Megami or Panda, knowing they're from Jujutsu High, and Hikari and Kurara do not trust Jujutsu High. They were ostracized from it for whatever reason, because we know the upper class in Jujutsu High are corrupt anyway, so there could be a magnitude of reasons why they don't trust Jujutsu High. I don't blame them at all, really. But in the end, they managed to sort of convince her that they were just there to try and get help from Hikari because of the Culling Games. They need all the firepower they can need, and Gojo basically recommended him because of how powerful he is. He said Gojo has spoken about him before. That's the reason they're there. And eventually we see Yuji get absolutely thundercunted by by Hikari. And I love the way this is sort of presented, that Yuji is talking about the fact he doesn't have passion. He's not here for any reason other than being a cog in the wheel that is eliminating curses. We saw that when he was fighting, or after what happened with Sukuna, and when he was fighting Mahito, he sort of recognized his point in this world and what he actually is, and him sort of his self-actualization that he is just this cog in the machine that is here to destroy curses. And I thought the way they did this confrontation between Hikari and Yuji was really interesting. Hikari, as we know, is somebody that thrives off of passion. That's what he believes life is all about. It's about passion for whatever you believe in. For him, it's gambling and other things. But that's the thing that, drives him forward, keeps him going, makes him motivated. And with Yuji, it was the complete opposite. But I guess his passion was the fact that the way Hikari saw it was the fact that Yuji's was this cog in the wheel, and he was willing to take these punches over and over again and not fight back, just to prove that he was serious. And in order to be this cog in the machine that he wants to be and eliminate all the curses, he needs somebody like Hikari to help him, and that's another part of the machine to him. And Hikari sort of recognizes this, knowing this might not be passion necessarily, but he has such conviction that it convinces Hikari to actually hear him out and cut a deal. And I thought this was great. I thought this could have been a full-blown fight between Yuji and Hikari, but I think this actually makes a lot more sense in the context of everything. However, at the end of this episode, we got something really interesting with a curse called Hajime Kashimo, and he's obviously one of the curses that was brought back by Kenjaku, and he's 400 years old. He's looking for Sukuna, but we can see he has 200 points in the Culling Game already, which means he's killed a lot of people, and he's created a new rule that lets you see information of other players, their name, how many points they have, that sort of thing. And I think that could add a whole new interesting dynamic to the Culling Games already. I can't wait to see this progress. I'm interested to learn more about him and all the other curses that have been reawakened by Kenjaku's ability. I think it's going to add, it adds so much. I can't wait for the Culling Games to, it's already going, but I can't wait to see more of it. I can't wait to see more curse users and curses, because as we saw in this episode, some abilities in Jujutsu Kaisen are so intricately made and interesting. They're always fun to watch. But I'm interested to see how this rule sort of affects things. But yeah, that was this episode. I really, really enjoyed it. I can't wait to see what happens next, and let's keep it going.